Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Sayyeda Nizami. I'm the instructor for this course. I am teaching two sections of Java this quarter. One is Zoom and the other one is online. So if you are from the online section, you are not supposed to attend any of the lectures. But for Zoom students, you are required to attend the lectures. If for some reason you are not able to attend any of the lecture, do let me know beforehand so that I make sure your attendance is not affected. Let's start with the introduction. I have done master's in computer science and master's in information system. Currently, I'm pursuing PhD in education leadership. Still going this, hopefully this should be my last year for the PhD program, but again, finger crossed, I'm stuck with the dissertation. So if you're not familiar with dissertation, it's like you pick a topic and then you're writing like, hundreds of pages on that. And then it is only approved if your committee who are designated to like with you throughout the PhD process, if they approve it. So, but still, like, sometimes they're like teeny tiny, all those changes and all that, like now change this. So it just add like 3 months to your dissertation whenever they ask for a change. So yeah, that's it. So again, finger crossed, don't know if this will be the last year or not. So what else? I have two daughters. One is 8 years old and the other one is 2 years old. Um, what else? If you have any questions, if you want to ask any question, you are feel free to ask. I've been teaching at Highland College since like 2015. I started as part-time instructor, and then after 1 quarter, I was tenured. I was hired as a tenure track, and then it's a 3 years process, and then I'm a tenured instructor over there. Currently, I'm also the computer science department coordinator. So if you have any questions related to the department or other subjects or related to within the department or any complaints, do let me know. Any changes, any feedback, everything is welcome. And again, it will be anonymous. So don't worry about your name that it will be revealed or anything like that. It will not. It will be secure. But we will love to hear any feedback. Coming back to Hannah's question, like AI is taking over. Yes, the Zoomers are right. AI is taking over, but is it affecting computer science, cybersecurity, or all those programs? So just wanted to add a touch to it. Like computer science is always a changing field. It's not the same. So even when I was like studying computer science like 10 years back, it wasn't the same what I'm teaching right now. So if you are in this field, doesn't matter if you're in cybersecurity, computer engineering, computer science, you need to adopt the change. You should have the capacity and adaptability, I would say, to adopt whatever the new technology is coming up. This is what technology is. It's changing. So I never studied Python when I was doing like, my bachelor's or my master's in computer science. There was no Python. There was no Python in school. Nobody was teaching it. There was Java. Yes, but then later when I started my job, Python was coming. We started creating new courses in Python. I learned Python, like, and adopted. So, but if you are in this field, you are welcome to the change. So currently what we are doing, if you have noticed in our computer science department schedule, AI is being added to all of those courses, and soon it will be changed to different AI courses. So the term, I would say computer science will stay the same, but it will change. For example, if you are asking right now, even with UW Seattle, basically that's the main campus which everybody, all the community colleges or most of the community colleges are following because they're kind of leading all those, I would say, colleges to whatever the changes they are making. AI in machine learning is super hard. No college or university is currently offering AI or machine learning bachelor's or master's program. They do have research, but they don't have those programs because it's not easy to teach or like, to teach or to offer those programs, or you don't have those students who will be willing to take that much of higher level of math to be in that field. So what they're doing is they're offering short certificates. They are trying to add those features into their some of those courses. So if you have seen, I would highly recommend take Python 2 at Highline, which we are offering. That is Python with data science and I would say a little bit of artificial intelligence features are added. So with UW, they just offered data science program, which is like kind of a minor. I would recommend going in that field if you are like scared of like machine learning and AI, or like scared of computer science, maybe it's gonna be popular or not. So go in the middle, which is like the data science. Data science kind of like, booming. It's the demand's gonna be there because you're working with data. Data will always be needed. Doesn't matter AI or machine learning is coming, because AI and machine learning is working on data. They need data. Whatever the ChatGPT is giving you the answers and all that, it's based on all the data. Google is working on data. So data is still gonna be there. So try to find a midway, which is kind of a data science. So their data science program prereq is the same as AA, emphasis in computer science at Highline, which we are offering. So it will be, so by the time when you graduate from Highline and you go to a 4-year institute, they will give you the options to do minor in artificial intelligence, or do minor in data science, minor in robotics or something, which will enhance your degree. So, and when you go at work after after 5 years or 4 years, again, at workplace, they have professional development. So you just need the basic knowledge to get started, and should have the passion to adopt. So this is like kind of, I would say it's not a dying field, because Java was there, now Java is gone. It's not going anywhere. It's still there. It will take time for all the industries, all the colleges, all the universities to make that change. But you need the basic information to write the code, to understand the code. If ChatGPT is giving you a code written, or Gemini, you should be able to understand it. Like, you should be able to, if you don't know what that code means, there's no point that you will say computer science is dying. You don't even know what that code is written for. So we will do some icebreaker in the class. We will go over like from one by one, from you can unmute and you have to answer. I will cut that out from the video, and then we will go over a syllabus, and I will talk about the book, what's going on. Then I will talk about the Canvas, how to navigate the Canvas, and how everything will be the same, and where you can find the assignments. Okay, so the first thing is share your name, and then share one technology, one time, like share a story. We can make it quick. One time technology made your life easier, and one time technology made your life harder. So I can start. So the time when now technology made your life easier in so many ways. Like, I can just, for the bank, even to pay bills, online shopping, I just feel like all these are like it's making my life easier. I don't have to, go at some place to pay some bills, or banking system. My bank is on my phone. I have to pay even my credit cards, everything is on phone. So that's how technology made my life easier. One time technology made your life harder. Okay, so that's the one. It's harder, like when I think last year for my Python class, it was on Zoom, and I was about to start the lecture, and my computer went on automatic updates. So, and I have to make an announcement to students like from my phone that I'm just wait, and it took like 15 minutes or 20 minutes to restart and reboot my computer. So that's where kind of embarrassing kind of situation, but that's where it just made a little bit of harder, because I have to navigate different phone and make Canvas messages and log in and all that. But laptop was just shut down because everything was set up to start the lecture. So, and it just went down. So that's how technology made one time my life harder. It's just not one time. It happened multiple times when your computer or Zoom just go on the automatic update. Okay, so I will throw the ball at you guys. Okay, so do you want me to call the name, or you can just take your turns?
I'll go next.
Go ahead, Jasmine.
My name is Jasmine. And one time that technology made my life easier was actually a year ago when when I joined Highline College. And because my tuition was almost late and I was about to be dropped from my classes, I had to make a bank account. So go to the bank, create an account, and that same day join a payment plan and make a deposit. So yeah, I couldn't have done that if I had to do all that manually. So technology did make my life easier in that way, and I wasn't dropped from my classes. And then Right now, technology is making my life hard because the IT department is implementing this new multi-factor authentication system, and I still can't figure it out. I know it'll be implemented next month, like that's when the deadline is. I wanted to do it early, but I haven't. Every time I look at it, I'm struggling to figure it out. And I still feel like it will make my life harder at that time at the time when you have to use it, because even with verifying using SMS, it's such a process. Every time I open CTC link, it's annoying. I understand the necessity, but it's very annoying.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Jasmine. Next.
Hi, I can go next. So my name is Ted. And technology like makes my life easier. Like for an example, I would use Google Calendar a lot to organize just like my daily routine in life since I work and go to school at the same time. With Google like calendars and different accounts, it's very easy to sync events up. So I like using my Google Calendar to sync with my Highline email so that way when I open up the calendar, it just automatically tells me when assignments are due, and then I can easily add personal events in and just plan things around that. So I would say having that part of technology has made my life a lot easier as well. For something that has made my life harder in terms of technology, I would say customer service for like things like Amazon. So I like buying stuff on Amazon, and sometimes the return process is very annoying when it's automated. So, like an example would be last Christmas, I bought a present for one of my family members, and they accidentally sent me like the wrong type of present. So it was like collector cards, like Pokemon collector cards, but they sent me the wrong pack. Going through the automated service, it took forever just to get a return because technically it's not returnable. It's a one-time purchase. So I had to go through like the entire chat system before they would connect me with someone, a live person that could just handle it right away.
Oh, that's true. Like I have been in that situation. They also did that's like tedious. I have been through that situation, so I totally understand that. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
of
sharing.
course.
Uh, Next.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Hannah. I'm sorry if like a lot of bustling sounds are coming through. It's because I'm outside. Bear with me. And one of the aspects of technology that has made my life easier is the fact that there are apps like Letterbox that I can log movies in. Letterbox is this app where you can log different movies that you've seen and you can review them and talk about them with people with the same interests. And also Goodreads, that's for books. And then buses. There's this app called Transit that I use to catch buses to go to school back and forth. Um, and the hardest thing that technology has created is joblessness and the fact that I am studying something related to technologies because of this reason. It's the fact that that's the only thing that's booming, which makes it the best thing and the worst thing at the same time.
That's so
So
true. That's so
yeah, that's why
true.
I'm studying computer science. That's what I said when AI is taking over. It's either me trying to work in the field of
Oh.
AI or be jobless.
It's you and
So
you.
yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
That's the best I
Uh,
can come up with. Thank you.
That's so sweet. Actually, I was about to talk about the letterbox because I saw your response and I was like, I'm not aware of that. Is that a game or an app? And good to know. And yeah, technology will always take over, like sooner or later. Like, as we have seen with ChatGPT, most of the artists' jobs were gone, like the Ghibli art and all that. The trend was going on, and so yeah, there's sooner it's the jobs market for rest of the. It's still the better place to be in. I bet it's still the better place to learn, or the better degree you are in computer science. You can create your own technology, but I would say it will get more harder. Like you need to catch up with the technology and everything, but it's not that hard if you are passionate about computer science. For example, for me, sometimes it's like a computer science department as compared to, you can say, chemistry or math. Those faculty members, they're teaching the same thing over and over again. Unlike the computer science department, like we have to come up with new programming languages, we have to go to different professional development, we have to take different courses to stay up to date, to, even during the lectures, math student never gonna ask anything out of the box because it's the same. But for us, like, we have to keep up with the technology, what's going on at Microsoft, Amazon, like, Google, what they're doing. Even with that, we need to, keep on working, keep on learning kind of situation. So yeah, but you're still at the better place, like better degree, computer science, you will find your way somewhere in this field.
Thank you. We'll try.
So who's next? So Vaughn, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay.
My name is Savon, and some part of technology that's helped me throughout my life is that it's easier to communicate with all people. For example, if I'm playing video games, like it's just, you can make lots of friends. I've met countless people who I've like, connected with on a deeper level off video games. And that's something that, that has helped me in my mental health and social life. And yeah, something that's not like hasn't been too helpful with technology is like for example, Wi-Fi is not guaranteed. Like it could just cut out at any moment, and sometimes if I'm playing a game and automatic like and my ping just goes to 1,000, like there's nothing I can do about that but just like just wait and see if it could reconnect. But yeah.
That's good. That's a very deep, I would say. It has pros and it has cons. Like I would say, with the game, I know after COVID, it happened a lot because most of the people were at home. They started playing games and they started making connection. At first, when during my time, like there was no chatting during the video games or there was no online video games. I came to know about Roblox with my like 8-year-old, and that kind of dangerous as well. But with this age group, I think it's really good because my nephew plays a lot and he has long distance friends, and his friendship is more because sometimes he missed some family events just because of that, game gathering where he's like meeting all of his friends and they're playing together. So I would say it has like pros and cons, but I'm glad that it is working for you and it helps you I think it helps more people with social anxiety and like introvert. It's really good and it's helping them as well too, because sometimes being showing your true self on side of the screen is more easier than sitting in front of like 10 people or like 5 people. But yeah, it has pros and cons. Like I'm worried about so we have a policy in our home to block the Roblox, so she don't play any more Roblox because of like she's, I would say, uh the chatting, and we don't know who she's chatting with, that thing. So yeah, good to know. Thank you. So who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Okay, my name's Mohammed. One thing technology has made easier for me is that, like, it's so easy to get information you need. Like, if I need something from a company and you used to have to call them. Just something very small, you have to call them and be on hold for hours just for one small piece of information. But now it's so easy. Just go online, go to their website, and you find that piece of information very easily. And one thing technology has made things harder by is that now everything is so dependent on Wi-Fi. It's like very similar to what Savan said. Like if your Wi-Fi cuts out, it's like it makes things complicated. You are a lot of times just stuck there, unable to do anything because everything is connected to Wi-Fi. Your phone, like half the things you can't use on your phone because there's no Wi-Fi. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I would just want to add one major thing, like I think you're the second one adding about the Wi-Fi. I just came to know because I went back to I was traveling like around in Middle East somewhere, and then with Wi-Fi, with the iCloud backup, like if you're an iPhone user, because I did purchase the iCloud, and still it was showing me that I've storage full, storage full. And I'm like, how can storage be full? Because my phone was looking for the Wi-Fi, strong Wi-Fi connection, and to back up the 2 days of data, the pictures and videos I took on that vacation. And that was pissing me off because in those countries, the Wi-Fi connection wasn't that good. And my phone wasn't backing up with, all those latest pictures and videos. And I was not able to take more pictures or videos. So yeah, Wi-Fi is kind of tricky. Yeah. So who's next? Malika?
I can go next.
Okay, Robel.
My name is Robel. I would say a time where technology was helpful is just like right now, being able to educate myself through a Zoom call and being able to access all those online resources that are helpful for my career. And I would say one time where was difficult was since everything's like digitalized, like all the email scams and all the like links that you might fall into for the scams and like hacks, I would say are like, a bit messed up.
Oh, that's the best one. I was still receiving some lame emails today, and I was like, it has like so many explanation marks in the subject line and all that. And I'm like, it's so easy to see, like it's a phishing email. Like why I would come up with something new or something. I was just thinking in my head like that, like your iCloud is about to expire and your account will be deleted, such kind of, and I'm like, come on, just come up with something new. But I know, like, for example, our parents can still fall for this, like, or people who are not into computer science, they can still fall for that thing, because sometimes people who create new bank accounts, they might get, because they are not aware how many bank emails you will receive and what kind of those emails are. And if they receive an email, hey, your bank account will be deleted if you don't deposit $500 right now and log in, they might fall for this. So yeah, that's a good one. Who's next?
I will be next.
Okay.
So I'm Malika. The good things is to help me to check my scheduling classes. Even if I don't have the computer with me, I need just to check it in my phone. Or there is also the apps, the good things to send money for the person that we want in other country. It's very helpful for me. And the worst thing that can happen, it didn't happen to me, but I'm always worried about the spams and to take your personal information. It's very the worst things that I'm worried about.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, and thanks for pointing out the money transfer apps. Like they are the best. They are the best at the moment, and they're giving you really good exchange rate as well as compared to the banks. So yeah, thank you. Who's next? Marius, Nicole.
My name is I'm sorry,
Your cutting.
network bandwidth is slow.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to give that as an example of how technology is making my life harder.
Good one. Okay.
Because I've been roaming around the house trying to look for a good spot
Oh.
where the Wi-Fi can connect, and I'm just really struggling. I'm not using my hotspot, so I don't know if that's going to
Oh.
work out. But I would say technology has made my life easier because of social networking. My family is like thousands of miles away from here. They're in Kenya, and instead of going back and forth to see them, I can always make a phone call or text them on Instagram or, social media. So yeah, that's pretty nice.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a live example. Okay, who's next?
I can go next.
Yes.
I'm Yusra. A time when technology was helpful is when I use Google and ChatGPT to understand something I'm stuck on. They explain it fast and make things easier. But at the same time, the time when they're not helpful is when I depend on them too much, because then I'm just copying answer, and instead of actually learning, just copying. Yeah.
That's true. That's kind of, yeah, that's like pros and cons. Like it's
Yeah.
again, technology, it just takes time to adopt that change, because I can tell you, like all the colleges were freaking out. There were some specific departments, they were like super freaking out, like in the education field when ChatGPT came up, like, or I would say just AI. Because when ChatGPT was launched, Google did something there, faster Gemini thing, like everybody has to launch something AI related at that point, and they were working, but ChatGPT was the first one. But so it made everyone freak out. But now just look at it, it's just like it happened last year, like 2 years, and now we're slowly adopting it, right? We cannot say no to technology. There is no point that you cannot put a ban to ChatGPT, you cannot put a ban to Google Gemini or any AI technology or any AI apps or tools. You just have to adopt. So, like for example, English department was freaking out the most because ChatGPT can write essays for every student, like the grammar check and everything. So, what's the purpose, right? But again, this is an example. Same with the computer science. You still need to learn. You're asking ChatGPT, hey, give me the code. He can give you the code, but are you able to read and understand what that code is doing? Like, so try to utilize these tools and apps for your knowledge. Try to learn and adopt that knowledge as well. Thank you, Yusra. So who's next? Come on, we have to do fast. Jasmine, you done?
I was the first. I've gone already.
Okay, then who's left? Who's left? Ted, Nahum, Malika is done, Rubel is done, Marius, Nicole is done. Who's left?
Can you hear me?
Nahum, okay.
Hey, for me, YouTube has made my life very easy. Whenever I want to learn something, or if there's just something that I don't understand, I just go straight to YouTube or Google and I can get it in like a minute. But one way technology has made my life harder, I would say personally doom scrolling. I used to just go on social media for like, quick dopamine, and then it would be hard to get off it, and you just find yourself on there for hours, and it makes it harder to live a productive, fulfilling life. So, but I've gotten better. But yeah.
That's a good one. That's me. That's me. Sometimes you're scrolling all those reels and TikToks, and then you just realize, oh shoot, it's like 1 hour 30 minutes gone, like that, like just watching those reels. And like, so yeah, you need to come back to it. It takes time. Yeah, you need to work on I am working on that too. Yeah. I think Prahal, if please say your name as well so that I know how to pronounce your name, and please correct me if I'm saying it wrong.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Prahlad.
Prahlad. Okay, Prahlad. Okay.
All right, so I think one way technology made things easier is that I think online classes compared to like in-person classes, you can just like do all the work within the comfort of your own home instead of just like waking up every day and just going to class in person. And then one way it made it harder is that whenever I encounter bugs, it's kind of like, or issues, it's kind of like frustrating to like find a, how do I explain this? Like fix that issue. So yeah, there was like one instance, like I spent like 3 days just trying to like fix my microphone, which was like that
Oh,
was just annoying. But
that's
yeah, I think that's it.
That's true. And yeah, with online classes and in person, I think one of the factors was students' fuel, the commute. Then if they're coming in their own car, they have to pay for the parking. So I think these are some of the factors where online classes get full more quickly as compared to our in-person. I also canceled like 2 in-person courses because they were super low enrolled. I think one of them is running because of the iBest, but again, it doesn't have that many students as compared to our online students. So, Sahira, I think, are you the one, you're the only one who's left? Or you were done? Not sure. Sahira, are you there? So, just want to share, this kind of icebreaker activities is for everyone to unmute themselves, to talk, even just, kind of some random question outside of your context, like from outside of the book, so that it make them easier. Just wanted to share that just unmute and talk in the class, because silent class, it's for me, it's much better if I can just record a lecture in post as compared to, silently just in muted kids where they're just sitting there and I don't even know if they're on the other side of the screens listening, but it will be easier. It's a chance for you if you're in the Zoom class, that's the point, to interact with your instructor. You can see the instructor face to face, ask the question right away, unmute yourself, talk, and even talk to your partners. Try to make friends in this course, because unlike an online class, with the Zoom, at least with the Zoom, you will be doing some pair programming projects, which are group projects, which you will see in your coursework as well. Not in the first week, they will start from week 3, because by week 3, most of the students add and drop things are done, and students who want to drop, they have dropped before, like in week 1 or 2, and then students who are a late add, they get some time to get adjusted with the course flow. So group projects will start from week 3, and it will be random. Every week you will have, after week 3, you will have a new partner. So make sure that you know the person, who your classmates are, and this is your chance to make friends as well. So it's really good to know because sharing one thing, making friends at a workplace, at school, college, anywhere, it's very, very essential. It just makes you come to the class. It makes you work on a project. It makes you socialize yourself. And plus, they will share what they have information. For example, for the transfer, with the application, what degrees are new, because that's how you will see what other classmates are doing. Just like Hannah was asking, what about the computer science field? What major should I go to? Like, these type of questions, you can see what your surrounding, your other classmates are doing, and it will help you, make your decisions. So it's really good. They will help each other. Like, if you see a workshops, if you see a professional development, if you see a hackathon, computer science clubs, if you're part of it, share with your classmates, share with your friends, and let them know to join and how essential that is. It has been. Okay. So again, this was a face-to-face course, and I really want everyone to unmute and talk and discuss. That will, help me as well to hear everybody, like, okay, so they are on the other side of the screen. Let's get started with, let me pull up our Canvas course shell, or you want me to start with the syllabus first? Let's do the syllabus first. Where is my good? Okay. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see. Screen 3. This is 3, not 3. I have to share screen 2. But zoom on this side. Okay, can you see the syllabus? You can do thumbs up, thumbs down, so that I know you're looking at the syllabus or you're looking at a different screen. It's the syllabus, right? Perfect. So again, this is Java 1 online programming, so Zoom. And then office hours, my link for that directory is posted, but for your reference, it is the exact timings are also listed in the syllabus. In the course description, Java is an introductory programming course. So the book we are using is Revel from Pearson. It's from Liang. And then we will do that half book in Java 1 and rest of the half book in Java 2. So I highly recommend students taking Java 1 and Java 2 back to back to the quarter. Don't take a gap between Java 1 and Java 2 because again, it's like kind of build up. So if you take a gap, you will forget what for loops were, what if and else were. And then when you go in Java 2, I won't be teaching the for loops and if and else, the basic variables, how to print, read a file and all that. I will be building up on whatever you have learned. We will start with classes and objects, links list, recursion, and go more advanced in those topics. So if you don't have the good base of Java 1, you will struggle a lot in Java 2. And if you are a transfer student and you're planning for a computer science major and you have to transfer or you have to take both of the courses, make sure your grade in Java 1 and Java 2 is not coming down. So I try my best. I'm not a hard grader, like I don't put that much of pressure, but you need to, show your passion on the other side as well, that you are working. So no copy and paste of the coding. If you are copy and pasting or if you're getting a coding from online or something, and if you come during my office hours and ask me, like, this code is not working and fix it. And if I ask you 3 more questions on top of it, like, how did you write that line of code? Because it's been 10 years and I've been teaching and I've seen tons of students, right? So I believe more than 1,000 students in this 10 years. So I know when student is lying, I know when you have written a code, I know the coding, because you will, if you are a genuine student and if that's your code, you will be writing what I will be teaching you in the course, right? So, or you will be able to explain that more advanced features you have utilized in that code. So if you're not able to explain your code, but you have already written, I won't be able to help you with the errors or whatever the bugs you have in the code. Okay, so in this course, we will start with the data types, operators, variable, object-oriented terminology. You will not see that much because that starts in chapter 9, which is the first chapter of Java 2. Your focus should be working on loops, arrays, and if and else. Those are the harder topics in this course where your focus should be, and you should, be efficient in those programming, I would say, techniques. The prereq is 131, the Python programming. If you have not taken Python and you're directly coming in this course, I'm telling you, it will be super hard. If you have taken Python, it will be easier because the programming languages, again, they are the base of those programming languages are quite the same, only the syntax is different. The writing the for loops runs the same, like the concept behind the loop, the for loop is same in Java, is same in Python. So the only thing is the syntax, which you can learn like this if you have taken Python. Same with if and else in Python, the concept remains the same, the task remains the same, only writing terminologies, for example, it's just like writing a different language than English, but meaning is the same. This is the course overview. The textbook information was shared yesterday on the Canvas announcement. This is a Zoom course. I would highly recommend make sure your Canvas notifications were turned on. If you have not received yesterday's announcement, make sure that you go in settings and turn on your Canvas notification, because I will be making tons of announcements. The class is flexible. I will be changing some of the things. Maybe quiz deadline is changed, assignment deadline is changed, quiz is canceled, a new assignment is added, group project is, so make sure those reminders will come through Canvas announcements. So make sure those Canvas announcements are turned on so that you receive my communication. That's the only way for us to communicate, in a timely manner. The course textbook we are using is Revel, Introduction to Java Programming. This is how you register. I will show you on Canvas how to register for the course. You don't directly go on the Pearson website. Don't directly go on Revel or Google Revel. You don't have to. You come on Canvas. And on Canvas, I will show you how you will register. You need the access code. If you don't have the access code, you are waiting for financial aid, you are waiting for your workplace or your employer to reimburse you for the book or something, you have 14 days free trial. So for week 1 and week 2, no excuses are accepted that I did not have the book, because you do have the book. Everybody have access to that book. You will create your account, make sure your Canvas username and the book username is the same. Make sure you don't use other usernames like Cool Boy or something like, or Rocky or something. Make sure you're using your actual student name when you're creating your Pearson account. These are some of the steps which I will give you a demo right now. Office hours are very important. I have in-person office hours one day, and one day I have Zoom office hours. And the third day we are meeting in our class face-to-face. All of your assignments are due on Sunday by midnight. I would say not by midnight, keep the target as 11 p.m. So by 11 p.m., make sure all of your assignments are submitted, whether it's on Revel, it's on Canvas, your quiz, group projects, everything is due by Sunday. So I just have kept one day, which is Sunday, so that it's easier for all the students to remember that this was our deadline, and don't have to come up with excuses that, oh, I just messed up with other course, like that was on Wednesday, so I thought it was on Wednesday or Friday or something. Everything's Sunday. My office hours, here are my office hours. In-person office hours are from 12 to 3, building 29, room 333. It's the 3rd floor. You just come right to the front desk, and I'm just next door to the front desk. So you can ask Pam, she will be there. She can tell you if I'm there. So it's on Tuesday. In person is only one day. Don't come on other days knocking at the door and saying like, I wanted to meet, because I will be on campus. For students, for student hours, it's only from 12 to 3. There are other meetings which I will be on campus, but I won't be able to, assist you with the student office hours, because I have other meetings on campus. For Wednesday on Zoom, 11 to 1, you can use the same Zoom link you're using to join the class. It's the same Zoom link to join your my Zoom office hours as well. Any question till now? You can unmute yourself, you can ask the question, or you can keep your questions for the end. I'm fine either way. So if you're in the Zoom class, this class meets every Thursday from 1:30 to 3:50 p.m. This is required for the Zoom students. And the other thing I want to add is this: the requirement is in every class, there will be a pair activity at the end, which is graded. So you have to be in the class to be part of that graded, because after today was the first day, so I am letting you adding you in like till 2 p.m. right now. Students are leaving and coming back in. But after this, I will not add students coming after 2 p.m. or 1:45. That will be depending on the cut down time, because I cannot repeat the information. It's not fair with the students who are here right on time. The class starts sharp at 1:30. And we will start the lecture. We will start. So if you are getting confused during the lectures, if you have any question, you have to wait till the end, or you have to write it in the chat if you missed the lecture, half of the lecture, and you joined like late. So this is for the international students. We will be on November 14. We will be meeting in from 1 to 3 p.m. for international students. They know. Let me put the chat. Okay, I will read the chat questions at the end. So this is for the international students. We are meeting on November 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. In building 8. All students, regardless of status, are invited to attend, but it is not required for any student, especially for students who are not international students. This is not required, but for international students, again, if your international students are coming in late, again, after today was the first class, that's why I'm letting students in after 2 p.m. Like after 15 minutes or 1:45, it will be cut short. As we move forward in the class, you will not be able to attend the lecture if you are late. Okay, so expectations. Again, I'm also a computer science advisor. And I always tell my students like how to be accepted at UW, Seattle, Tacoma, Bothell, or any four-year institute they're working on, depending. So look at their transfer requirements. So if I talk about if you're a computer science student and if you're planning to go to UW Seattle, there it's not like that you just have to be a computer science student to be accepted. No, you will not be accepted. You need a proper GPA. They look at your Java 1 and Java 2 grade specifically. So if you have 4.0 in chemistry or history or psychology, and you have 2.5 in Java 1 and 2.3 in Java 2, your application is automatically denied, right? Because your resume, your transcript clearly shows that you should be in a different major, right? You are in the wrong major because your grades are really good in some other disciplines. So that's why your math grades, your Java 1 and Java 2 should not be coming down, at least 3.5 and above. And make sure that the classes you are taking in every quarter, don't combine all the harder classes in one quarter. Try to focus. If you're taking Java 1 and Java 2 in those quarters, make sure you're not taking any harder classes. Take any easier classes, for example, complete your humanities credit or social science credit, which will not affect your overall GPA. And then on top of it, you may need some personal statement venture, which I will discuss and will share as we move forward in the class with advising as well how to get accepted at UW Seattle. Okay, so again, for this course, make sure that you are putting 3 hours per week for every 1 credit, so this is a 5 credit course, so 15 hours per week. You need to at least read all the material which are listed, do all the quizzes, and at least try to understand, because everything is building up on one another. So at the end of this quarter, everything will kind of be combined. For example, if I'm giving you, for example, this is week 2, let's say. We have studied variables, operators, and all that. So all the assignments will only be restricted to operators and variables, right? Then week 3 is if and else, and all the assignments will be restricted to if and else on top of variables and operators you have done. Then it's week 4 where you're doing loops. So loops are the programming assignments will be on loops combined. The programming question will be designed in a way where you have to use all the variables, you have to use if and else, you have to use the loops. So it's building up on one another. So we cannot skip any of the chapters. The best way to communicate is email, but for you, I will welcome if you are coming in my Zoom office hours, in-person office hours, that will be the best way. But if you think my question is just like short, make sure your email is fully written. Don't just write, this thing doesn't work. Can you fix that? You need to write a proper email. This is the code. This is what I have tried. And this is the error message on line number 4, which I believe is because of this, but I don't know how to fix it. And it's like, you have to explain. It's just not like, there's our 5 error messages. Can you fix it? I cannot fix those 5 error messages. You need to come during my office hours so that I know that that was your code and you have written and what was causing those error messages. What else? Discussions. I am planning to add a lot of discussions in the Canvas course shell. I highly recommend. There will be proper description written, so make sure you follow rubric. Even for Canvas announcements, assignments, I will be grading you based on the rubric, so make sure that you are following the rubric guideline. Plus, for your discussion response, you need to paraphrase if you have taken it from whatever the piece of information you have taken it from online. But you need to respond in a proper way to get the credit. Otherwise, the points will be deducted. And if you miss discussion, there is no resubmission for any of the discussions. So make sure that you are not missing any of the discussions. Deadline, 1 day late will be 10% late penalty, 2 day late will be 20%, and after 2 days, no assignment will be accepted. Assignments are due every Sunday by 11 p.m. I have written 11 p.m. so that, you at least keep a little bit of window for yourself. Sometimes Canvas is not accepting or anything. Make sure you take the screenshots right away with the date and time that you were trying to submit. If anything is wrong going on with Canvas is down, I need the date and time associated with that with the screenshot. The grading criteria, we have Revel and the Canvas assignments. They are 30% of your grade. You have a final project, which is 15%. That will be a group project. You have an exam We are not decided on midterm yet, but let's say if there is midterm, both of them combined will be 20%. Group projects are 15% with starting week 3. Then you have quizzes, lab, and discussions. All 3 are on Canvas. They will be 20%, all combined. So maybe, some weeks you have 2 or 3 labs. Some weeks you have one discussion, maybe no discussion. So something like that. But all 3 of these categories are combined to make 20% of your grade. Grading policy is written. This is for computer science student. One thing important is this line that for any course in CIS, CSCI, or legal must be passed with a 2.0 or higher. Why my hand got raised? So, make sure that you need a 2.0 or higher to pass this course. You can read through all that criteria, academic dishonesty, again, with the cheating and all that. It's kind of, your exam will be online. It's an open book. So for these copyright and plagiarism, like for your discussion post, your assignments, for assignments, you will see the descriptions so that the criteria, how for academic dishonesty, how you are evaluated and what is required, that you make sure that you are not get caught up on those assignments. Grading scale is important because it is different from your other courses. So don't say math is doing this, why I'm getting 98% for at 98% I'm getting a 4.0 or something. This is computer science department grading scale, and every department has designed their own grading scale. So if math is doing something different, chemistry is doing something different, it's their department policy, not with the computer science. So this is how you will be getting the grade on your final transcript. Okay, so for group projects, I would share that information as we move forward. Currently, what you need to know, these are all the information. Make sure you go through all the information, read it out. It's in your syllabus. Faculty advising. Okay, one of this thing, if you want me to be your faculty advisor, is a link you can request. Open the link, sign in with your Highline username and password, and mention in the comment section who you want to be your advisor. These are 3 advising videos which I have created just to help you out with why advising is important and what's the difference between AA and AS transfer degree, because there are 2 different degrees. Then, and advising on personal statement, what you should be writing in your personal statement, how you will be accepted at UW. So you can watch these 3 videos, or you can, make an advising appointment with me and we can go through your advising record. One thing, if you already have an advisor, I cannot help you. I cannot, if somebody else is assigned as your advisor, I cannot. You need to change the advisor and then you can come to me. Okay, so if you already have an advisor, I cannot guide you, because that's one of the core thing, because it's like conflict issue, because your advisor said something and I'm saying something, then you go back to your advisor and it's not right. Ethically, it's not right. So go through all these resources. These resources are to help you, like Math Resource Center. Computer science students do need higher level of math. Make sure that you are getting enough, help in your math. And Highline College have a lot of resources for math to help you out with the math students. We do have a tutor, computer science tutor, if you need help with your assignments. I will share, let me write it down to share on announcement regarding the Highline tutor. And then you can just, contact him and look at his schedule, and you can just visit him if we discussed or did any of the pair programming, group project, or any class lecture you want some clarification. You can always go and check his schedule and visit him if my office hours or my Zoom hours doesn't work for you. Writing Center, again, computer problem, anything related to your laptop, your software, issues with Eclipse or anything, you can always, contact help desk. All the information is written with their extensions and the email. So make sure that you are following the syllabus so that you know the information. Any question till now? Any questions so far related to the syllabus? Anything I missed in the syllabus and you want me to review?
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't think this is the syllabus that we have on our end, because on our syllabus it doesn't say the Zoom thing is required and other things as well, and yeah, they're that are different.
The only thing in your syllabus different should be like this one. Other than that, everything should be there. Why?
It doesn't state at what time we should meet for class. It doesn't say there is a class time like at all.
Because Hannah, you're from online class. That's why. This is for Zoom.
Oh, okay, so it's different. Like
Yes. So for online, you're not supposed to attend this lecture. I just made an exception for the first lecture because the book was different and to get started. But for online students are not even allowed in the Zoom class. So your syllabus will be different because your class is not meeting with on this time.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything I missed in the syllabus? I will be reposting the syllabus with the new book information, which is added, but I already made this as an announcement on Canvas. So make sure again, your Canvas announcements are turned on. I will be making weekly announcements. Let me see the chat. Okay. So yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Okay. So make sure that your Canvas announcements are turned on. That's like the most important part of this whole course. Any other questions before we move on to our next thing? No? Zoom. Okay, where is that one? No questions so far? Okay, so let's move on to okay, can you see my Canvas? Can you see the Canvas? Like moving this Canvas screen? Okay. So this is the Zoom class. It will say Zoom with your class item number. So when sometimes I will be asking if you email me and ask you what's your class item number. So this you have to look up with the class name. This is the class item number. So I need to know if you're in the Zoom class or in the online class. I have two sections. So I need help to locate you. If it's even related to your submission, related to your grade or anything, I need to know the class item number. Make sure you write it down like 35266 for Zoom students in your email so that it's easier for me to help you out. Instead of writing another email, hey, send me your class item number, and then you send me, like, it just takes time. So make sure that to save this time, I want your email to be full-fledged with all the information that is needed to help me reply it to you on timely manner. These are some of the resources for you. These are provided in every Canvas course shell to every student. So make sure you review the resources, the technology, the tutoring guides, and Highland College policies. This is from where your course really begins, which is syllabus and your handy links. I will update the syllabus link. I think the only thing changed is the book information. Other than that, the syllabus is the same. Start here, click on all these links. This is the handy links of how to pass the class. Prior knowledge quiz, which I shared in the announcement. Again, you have 3 attempts, and it's not kind of like that kind of graded, but it is just graded so that you repeatedly take 3 times and at least get a full point. So it will keep your highest score. how to pass my assignments, make sure that you're doing it on time. Just watch all these links, read it out. These are some Highline Instagram page and Facebook page. Make sure you click on it and you follow, you like. Welcome to 141 Java, my office hours, email, Zoom link. These are the 3 important things. You will find it at every corner in your syllabus, on Canvas handy links, in my how to contact pass Sayada's class, like all those links, everything will have my information. So make sure that you are looking for my office hours before, like, jumping into the Zoom or going to in person. So don't miss your visit. Make sure you look at the time. And make sure you email me so that it's easier for me as well to expect and be there, like to let you know what will be the timings. Again, if you ever need to email me regarding the course, this is how you write your assignment name, issues and concern, which week you're talking about, technical questions regarding it's Revel right now. I will show you a demo. That's the one thing. For this week, you are required to complete the following. You're supposed to read your syllabus. I will register yourself for the Pearson missed exercises. I will take this off, which is the book tour, because the book is changed. For some reason, for some of the students, the book wasn't working, and it was having difficulty with access issues. So that's why I have to change the book throughout the department. All the courses who are using this book needs to be changed. Meanwhile, they are updating their security policies. Okay, so that's why we have to make a change that urgent. The lectures are still there, things due, task list. For every Canvas module, you will see things due week 1, week 2, week 3, where you will see all the lectures, previous lectures. These lectures will be posted by Friday or over the weekend. Don't rely, if you miss the lecture, don't email me like right at like 4 p.m., like after 10 minutes of this class to give us the lecture, because you are supposed to attend the lecture. And some of these previous lectures, which are video recorded, they are from me, which are already posted. Make sure for this week, for Canvas, you are supposed to do introduce yourself, discussion. And I already took Canvas applications in Java, so you don't have to do it. Because the time for the book is too short, so I'm just reducing your assessment and homework so that you don't have to work on that much. For Revel programming, you have to do things due on Revel is just programming project 1. And that's so simple that you will just do it in class and you'll be like, what is that? But I really want you to read the Revel and go through the whole chapter 1 so that it's easier for you to navigate the information, because week 1 is just a warm-up. So when the week will be tough, I will do let you know that this week is tough. So gear up, and we need some, extra hours of work in this course or in this week, in these topics. Okay, so week 1 is just a warm-up with the computer science history and what it's all about and all that. Watch these 2 lectures. They are really good. They're my lectures. They are not from YouTube. It says YouTube, but they are uploaded on YouTube, but these are my lectures. I will see if we have time. Our main goal is so that everybody has Eclipse installed. That's like our main task. Some of you have installed IntelliJ. That's totally fine. I am totally fine if you have Eclipse, if you have IntelliJ, or if you're using any online programming running softwares. So if you're doing it online, just using some website to run your code, that's the key. As long you're able to run your code, you can see the output, you're fine with that, programming tool, that's totally fine. But for this course, if you see me practice, if you see or watch my lectures, I am using Eclipse. So I will be using Eclipse. If you're fine with IntelliJ, you can use IntelliJ. If you're fine with any online websites where you're running your code, you're fine. If you're open to use all those things. These are some video links on how to download and install IntelliJ, JDK, and Eclipse. For Eclipse, you need to install JDK first and then Eclipse. JDK is Java Development Toolkit, so it needs a kit before you install the actual Java software to run it. So I will come back on this in a while. This is how you will see all the modules every week. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. I'm not sure why my hand is getting raised again and again. So Module 1, it will have task list where it will list all the assignments, what things are due on Canvas and what things are due on Revel. Basically, we are just going week by week. Week 1, chapter 1, week 2, chapter 2, week 3, chapter 3, as long, I think around week 5 or 6, where it comes a little bit complicated, where we have file processing and we have static methods. This is your discussion for this week. This is your group assignment, which I will take it off because I think, yeah, you have only 3 days left, so it will only be just gear up yourself with the Pearson, install JDK in Eclipse. That's your task. Okay. Any questions so far? Questions? Are you with me? Okay, so let's take a break. Let's take a 15 minutes. It's 45. Okay, 2:45. So let's meet at 3 p.m. and we will go over Pearson and do the installation of Java JDK in Eclipse. Sounds good? Let's do a stretch of 15 minutes and we'll meet after like 15 minutes. Okay. At 3 p.m. Let's meet at 3 p.m. Bye. Okay, so the most important part, which is the Pearson Revel, the new book we are using. On the left side, all these instructions are in your syllabus, and I have also mentioned in the Canvas announcement, but I can give you a demo. For both of the courses, Zoom or online, on the left navigation, you will see Access Pearson. Click on the Access Pearson. You will see it will bring you on a page. There will be a button. Come on. Open Pearson. You will open the book. This is kind of an ebook, so it's just, and it is connected to your Canvas. So all the grades, whatever you do on this book, will be synced in Canvas, where I just showed you in the syllabus, where you have Revel/assignments. For me, it's a different look. For you, it will ask you to create your account. I have already created my account. So you will click on CS whatever the book you're looking at based on your Zoom or online course. Just click on it, and then it will ask you to create an account. You can create an account, enter your valid information, and then at the end, if you don't want to purchase the book right away, you can there's an option on that page where on the same page where you will see an option for the free trial. So just click on the free trial and you will create your account and it will bring you on this page. So over here, you will see your chapter 1, which is already posted. So it is due on September 28th. Rest of the assignments are not posted yet, but only chapter 1 and 2. Why 28? Okay, so don't worry about chapter 2, only chapter 1. And now we fix that date. Let me write it down. So if you see any of these errors on Canvas or on Revel with the date and you feel like that wasn't right, maybe chapter 4 was showing in chapter 3, just do let me know. Sometimes it's just like mix of hands, or I don't know, it's just like from previous course shell for Canvas, especially when it's imported, the dates just get mixed up and not all of the assignments are listed correctly. So just do let me know if something feels off. Just like I just saw chapter 2 was also published with September 28, I will take that off. That's for next week. So this is your chapter. It's kind of an ebook. Just start clicking on, like you can see the first topic, objectives, introduction, what is computer. If you click on it, it's kind of a reading material. Some of them are reading material, some of them are quizzes at the end. Students who have already purchased. So I want you to follow the steps right now so I can see that you have, because you can just do 15 days free trial. You don't have to purchase right now, but when after I think 14th day or like 13th day, it will give you an option to purchase that your subscription is about to expire. So do purchase the book. So do it right now. Everybody should be on this page. Create your account, click on Access Pearson, and come on this page. And for this week, you have only this one programming project, excuse me, that is due for this week one. So usually it's gonna be more programming projects, but it will be listed on the first page where things due task list. You will see all whatever the things that are due and you just need to complete. So these are all the topics. You will just read, do a small multiple choice question. You have unlimited attempts on these, but for this, you do have unlimited attempts, but Revell sometimes mark your code wrong. Make sure that you run your code first on Eclipse. You see the output, you see the code is correct, then copy and paste it over here so that it's easier for you to find out whether Revell is acting wrong or like it's a code. Let me know when everybody is done. You can see your grades. I cannot click on the grades right now. Resources, settings, maybe your student view is quite different as compared to what I am looking at. But the main thing is look at the deadlines where you can find the deadlines for all the topics and the assignments, and make sure that you are able to open up the assignments. Do a thumbs up when you're done. Let me know in the chat how many of you are still working on getting access to Pearson Revell. Okay. Three students are enrolled. Oh. Okay. Couple of you are enrolled. 2, 3, 4, 8 students are enrolled. How many are on Zoom? 13. Can wait for 3 or more students. Okay, 14. Perfect. Everybody has enrolled themselves. Take a look at the chapter 1, which is posted. You are only supposed to do for this week, or you're only supposed to do week 1, programming project 1. So when you click at the bottom of this page, where's my Zoom though? Are you guys able to see my screen? You can see my canvas, right? The Pearson. Okay, so this is the programming project one, which you will do. It's quite simple. I would say it's simple because whatever you will see, it's already in the lecture video. So the coding is already there in the lecture video. So for me, it will show me the grading and all that. So for you, it will show you the programming project. Make sure you click, take a look. But before that, make sure you review from 1.1 to all the way whatever is listed, because they have small quizzes, which is where you have unlimited attempts, read and answer, and the answer is just like right in front of you in the whatever the kind of description. So make sure you complete all this to reach programming project one. Okay, so you have to complete all these exercise set. Usually you will see it as exercise set, and then which is called, for example, this quiz 1.5. These are like small multiple choice questions or check boxes where you're supposed to do it. Okay, coming back. So that's how every time you will access Pearson. Click on the access Pearson on the left side and you will see. Any questions on the book? No? So I have shared how we are doing. I can give you a small demo on Eclipse. Stop the share and then. No, you're not supposed to use script surfing. If you have purchased the script surfing, just issue a call for the refund on your PayPal account and you will receive the refund. So they have already done refund for a couple of students. So if you have received script surfing, so make sure that you ask for the refund on the PayPal account. Let me start with. Okay. Okay, so I will do a quick. Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint slides? Thumbs up. Can you see the PowerPoint slides? Good. Okay, so I will do a quick introduction of chapter 1. You will find all the information in my week 1 and week 2 lectures in detail. But as we are short of time right now, because we have to do Eclipse or IntelliJ installation right now, so that everyone is prepared for the weekend, I will do a quick tour of what chapter 1 is. Chapter 1 is quite simple, as mentioned. It's kind of a warm-up for what computer science is. What is computer? What is a mouse? What is a keyboard? It's basically hardware and software, and why you're taking a programming language. What is the task? What they do? So this is all these PowerPoint slides in depth have been gone through in the other lecture videos. So like what's a CPU, memory. I will just directly jump onto the programming language part where we are talking about programs. What is a program? So basically coming off with what is a computer? Computer is basically consists of hardware and software. What is a software and what is a hardware? Can anybody tell in the class? What's a hardware and a software? Hardware. Anyone? I have not opened the chat. No one?
I can talk about hardware. This refers to the physical components of a computer.
Yes, the physical components of the computers is known as hardware. Keyboard, mouse, monitors, these are all hardware, hard disk, CPU, these are all hardware. In a short word, I would say anything you can touch and feel is known as a hardware. And what is a software? Again, it's the opposite, which you cannot touch or you cannot feel. Computer programs are known as software. Anything you cannot touch, like on the CPU, on the desktop, you're playing with those softwares. Those are all computer softwares. You are in this course to learn a computer software. Computer software are consist of programming languages where they are written and run. So we are doing so there are like, first of all, how many programming languages are there? There are basically two types, high level and low level. High level languages are human understandable language, which you read and write. So if you are reading and writing a language, that means you are reading and writing in a high level language. And what is a low level language? Low level or machine language. It's the same name, or binary language. So there are like three different names for one language. That is computer understandable language. So there is one language we understand and there is other language which computer understand. So in between, we need a compiler, a translator. So I would say a translator, but the word in computer technology we use is as a compiler or interpreter. So for different languages, we have different compilers and interpreter depending on what language you are using. In Java, we use compiler. You don't have to use it. The software you're using, Eclipse, already had a built-in compiler. So when you run your code, it first compile and then it shows you the output. So with machine language is, you can read out the instruction. I won't be reading over the PowerPoint slides. It's just there for the visuals so that you can see and read the language. What I am saying might be different, what is written, but the concept and the meaning is the same. So program written in machine language is like binaries. You all, again, as mentioned, it's called low level language, machine language, or binary language. Binary means 2 zeros and 1. We as human cannot understand binary language. We cannot understand machine language. So machine language is for computer. Computer only understand binary language, which is zeros and ones. We as a human, we understand high level language, which is whatever the code you will be writing on Eclipse, that is a high level language because you understand, you're writing it, you're reading it. So that's a high level language. Assembly language comes in the middle. So it's kind of like symbols. So it's not fully a high level language. It's not fully a low level language. For example, if I have to do addition, I would say add, like, acronyms kind of things, like where you're using. But again, computer still understanding only the binary language. So if you're using assembly language, it's like you're just shortening the high level language concept, which is sub for subtraction, and you're giving some symbols. Again, but assembly language use assembler, kind of a decoder for machine language. Computer, again, is only understanding one language, that is machine language, zeros and ones, also known as binary language. We are writing our code in high level language. It's same like English like language. You understand it, you write it, whatever the code you're writing, it's in high level language because you're reading, you understand that code. For example, an example is just right in front of you where your code is area equals to 5 times 5 times 3.1415. You can read it, right? I read it. So you understand it, that there is a formula. This is like your calculation, or it's a math. These are numbers, these are symbols. You're understanding this line. It means it's a high level language. But what about computer? Computer don't know. Computer is like, I don't know what 5 is. I don't know what A-R-E-A you have written. I have no idea. So what we need between these two communication is an interpreter, like who interprets whatever we are saying, information we are giving to computer to do this, to do the calculation. We want computer to do the calculation and give us the answer. Computer is like, I don't know what you're saying, right? So we need an interpreter between who would interpret and whatever we have written into machine language. And it's what computer is looking at is 01010101110000, whatever the coding it has done. And then computer is like, oh, that's what you're asking. So this is my answer, 01100. And then if you receive for this line, if you receive an answer, something like 01100, and you're like, what's that? I don't think that's the right answer, right? So that compiler or interpreter in between these two languages or the communication thing is translating it back to you. So that will translate that 0100, whatever the answer computer has calculated, into whatever the actual answer is to you, so that you can see and read and understand. Any questions so far? What programming languages are? How many types of programming languages? And why we need a compiler or interpreter? Python uses interpreter. Compiler, Java uses compiler. It's just a name. You can call it as a translator between these two languages. Popular high-level languages: Ada, Basic, C, C++, C#, COBOL, Fortran. COBOL was used for common business-oriented language. Fortran used for formula translations for scientific purposes. Pascal, we have Python, Visual Basic. Some of these languages you have heard, you have seen, maybe you have worked in it, but some of these languages are quite old. Maybe you don't even hear, but some companies are still using some of these languages. Any questions on this? You can just read one-liner on all these languages so that you know what is the purpose of all these languages, what are different. As I mentioned, COBOL was used for business-oriented purposes. Fortran was used for scientific purposes, for formula translation. So all these have different aspects of their programming languages. And BASIC was like the first programming language, not the first, like for beginners, basic programming, like just with the name BASIC, it was for beginners. So again, interpreting and compiling a source code, we need interpreter and compiler who are converting your code, high-level language, into low-level, and then low-level into high-level. So whatever the code you are writing on that white thing, whatever the code I will show you, that is called source code. Okay, so being a computer programmer or being a software engineer or being in the field of computer science, it is essential for you to understand and practice some technology words, some computer related words. So as I'm mentioning, for me, I'm telling you and explaining it to you for easier purpose. For example, if somebody asks you like, hey, how two programming languages are being translated. So you have to mention it's translated with the compiler or interpreter. You cannot say they're used like, translation or something like that. So source code, you should know what source code is. Source code is the code you are typing. So if I ask, so these are some phrases, some words, which only programmers will understand, like, right? So it's like, it's not just simple code. If I say source code, you should know what a source code is. Interpreting or compiling your source code, this is how it works. As mentioned, high-level language, your source code, it interprets and then you see the output. Let me, again, it's just like a graphical picture, which is showing that you have written, this is high-level language source file compiler, and it compile into 0101, right? And it executed and it like, giving it back the answer 0101. Compiler will execute and will show you the output in your own language. Why Java? Java's history. I will be skipping these parts. These are some theoretical, which you can read it out, and it has all the features. Java is simple, how Java is simple as compared to other languages, how Java is object-oriented. This is very important. You should know what is object-oriented and how Java, why you're learning Java, how it's distributed, interpreted, Java is robust, secure, how Java is secure, all these. Try to memorize these concepts, these one-liners, so that you know what language you are learning. These are all theory, and you should aware of it. Some of the JDK versions are this. We will be using the latest JDK versions. Again, I have given you open hand to use IntelliJ, NetBeans, Eclipse. When I was sitting like 10 years back, I did Java in NetBeans. But when I started teaching, I was doing it in Eclipse. I did some of the quarters in IntelliJ as well. So it's again your open choice what you will be doing. But for this course, I will be using Eclipse. It's all about running your code and getting familiar with the software. It doesn't matter what software you're using. Any questions so far? So this is the first Java program. This will be your first Java program. Java is quite different with Python. So if you're coming from Python, you will see a little bit of extra lines where you will be like, why I am writing. Again, this is the syntax. This is the syntax of every programming language. For Python, to print hello world, you just write print, double quotation marks, hello world, and then boom, you see the output, right? In C++, it's C out, angle brackets, and then double quotation marks, whatever you want to print, hello world, and boom, you see it. In Java, you have to write these 3 extra lines. How Java works is you create a class. First, the class is created, then you write the main method. In the main method, whatever you write inside of the main method will only run. So these are some of the syntax. Public. So this is exactly what we'll be writing in our first hello world program, where we just want to print hello world in Java. And how we are printing it, these 2 backslash means comments. If you're coming from a different, as the prereq for this course, again, I'm repeating, is Python. So in Python, you know what comments are. Comments are like not executable lines. The compiler and interpreter avoid, and you can write anything, any explanation for yourself or for your colleagues or for the software, so that after 10 years, if you're reading the code, you know why you have written these lines of code. So that's kind of helpful comments, just like, notes, I would say, for you. So in Java, there are 2 ways you're writing those comments. Those backslash, it means single line comment, and then we have multi-line comments, which I will show you on Eclipse right now. You need to understand like what are the 3 lines, how we are printing it. So first line is public class welcome. Welcome is the class name which you have defined. You can give any name to the class. Public means it's publicly available. You don't have to go in depth of this public, because this is called throughout this course, we will be using public. In Java 2, there you will understand public and private classes and why we have to do it. So in this class, don't worry about it. Just go with public, and class means this is the class, and then name, which says welcome, you can write any name, and that I will show you how. Curly braces are important. In Java, there are no curly braces in Python, but in Java, it runs on curly braces. If you are opening a curly brace, make sure you are closing a curly brace as well. Inside of first, it comes the class, then it comes the main method. Inside of the main method, we have some keywords where that's how we write our main method. Public static void main string, square brackets, and args, which means arguments. Open parentheses, open close parentheses, open close square brackets, and then again open curly braces and closing curly braces. When you're opening it, make sure common mistakes, syntax errors you will see where you're missing a semicolon, you're missing a curly brace. All Java statements end with a semicolon, which is over here. This is not a Java statement. This is not a Java statement. Java statements are this. This is how you print hello world in Java. System.out.println. If you're asking why, this is the syntax. This is the syntax of Java. Java decided this is how I'm going to print. System.out.println. Welcome to Java. Everything will be in double quotation marks, open close parentheses, and whatever you write inside of double quotation marks will be printed as it is on Eclipse, and then ending your statement with a semicolon. So this is how you print a simple hello world or welcome to Java in Eclipse or IntelliJ or in Java. So now I will be stopping my screen share, and I will be sharing my Eclipse with you, and we'll run different, let me share and my screen too, and okay, can you see my Eclipse? Yes? Thumbs up. I know it's getting boring. Okay, so for Eclipse, when you see the Eclipse, when you install JDK in Eclipse, what first thing you will do is click on File. You can write down these steps. Click on File, we do New, and we do New Java project. Not project, we are doing Java project. So first we are creating our project. So this is the first one. You will write your project name as week 1. Maybe that's how you can, organize all the projects and all the Java files. Make sure it's week 1. Create separate folders. You have to make sure you say use project folder as the root folder. Don't do anything over here. Don't select anything. And just say next, and then finish. Okay, so usually it's on the side, so I can bring it. Otherwise, I have set the full screen to get your projects and see how many projects you have. You can just go on Windows. You can say show view, and then it will show you the Package Explorer where you have all the projects listed. Okay, so I created week one. Week one was already there. One more week one was already there. So right click on your project. Make sure that you're right clicking on the project. This is my week one project. Right click, new, and say class. Okay, you have to say right click, new, and class, and then give the name. Let's say class name is welcome, and then say finish. So remember from the last slide, public class welcome, open curly braces. Eclipse is really good. It's just gonna pop up extra things like the curly braces, public class already written. I can write my main method, public static void main, and it says string. Java is case sensitive. So everything which is lowercase, it has to be lowercase, and anything that is uppercase has to be uppercase. For example, this S is capital letters. String, square, open, close square brackets, and args arguments. Outside of this parenthesis, then you have to do curly braces, starting and ending curly braces. And if you miss a curly brace, like for example, you forget to close it, you will see a cross on this line. It means there is an error on this line. Take your mouse and cursor and read the error. It says syntax error, insert the curly brace and complete the class body. So it means enter the curly brace and the error is gone. Now to print, again, Java is case sensitive. The system.out.println, memorize this line. System.out.println, system.out.println, public static void main string, because you will be using this throughout this course, and these 3 lines should be on your fingertips. If I ask you, create a main method, you should know how to create a main method. It's like public static void main string, square brackets, args. So you should know. And how to print a line. If you say, hey, print another line, you should know it's public system.out.println. It should be on your fingertips. I know in Python, you just have to say print, but over here it's system.out.println, which I will explain the difference as well between ln and just print. Let's say hello world. And as you can see, there is an error. Let's read the error. And it says, please insert a semicolon. Remember, all the Java statement ends with a semicolon like this, a dot and a comma at the bottom. Not the colon, dot and the comma. On Eclipse, you will see this bigger play icon. Click on this one. To run your code, it's asking like, do you want to run week one class, welcome.java, week one project, welcome.java class? I said yes, okay, and it will run, and you will see your output on the console. So this is the console where you see the output. This is your source code. Okay. Any questions so far at this point? Any questions? No? You can take a picture of this code. Meanwhile, what we will do, I know most of you don't have JDK and Eclipse. I will be dividing you right now into 3 person in one group, so that you can now, your task is to install JDK and Eclipse. Watch the videos, the modules, which is posted on Canvas, which says installation of Java JDK. You can avoid video on install IntelliJ. If you want to do it, that's totally fine. But the other 3 are the links to install JDK and how to install Eclipse. Follow those instructions, help each other out. And your task is all 3 members after that task must have Eclipse installed. Sounds good? Sounds good? Yes? Okay. So let me open the breakout rooms. Okay. All the rooms are open. Make sure every member has Eclipse installed.